Hi there, welcome back to Football's Spine Line, and we start today with three stories involving players on the move. First of all, we're hearing here at Spy that the Arsenal defender Philippe Senderos is on his way to Celtic. The 24-year-old Swiss international defender wants to play at the World Cup, but he's made just 2 appearances for Arsenal this season. We're hearing that the Celtic chief executive Peter Lowell has held talks with Senderos' people and that he should be on his way up to Parkhead today. The other player on the move today, well, so people think, is the Sunderland striker Kenwyne Jones. The Mail says he's on his way to Liverpool on loan, with Ryan Babel going the other way. However, Sunderland are denying that they're going to let Jones go, so we will see. But what I can't understand is that Jones has scored just 6 goals this season, 1 in his last 10. He's scored only 12 goals in all competitions last season, and in terms of replacing Fernando Torres, who's out for 6 weeks injured, it's a bit like Scooby-Doo replacing Lassie. To be fair, as I said before, Sunderland say there's not a chance of Jones moving to Liverpool, but still, they're in cloud cuckoo land. They already turned down £9 million from Birmingham for him, and they're saying that they want closer to £40 million. Good luck there. The other player on the move today is the Egyptian striker Amr Zaki. A statement on his website last night is saying the Egypt striker Zaki has moved to Hull City on loan until the end of the season. He's passed a medical test and signed for the Tigers on a 5-month deal. No comment at Hull this morning, but as soon as we get it, we will bring it to you. He's a bit of a bad boy, bombed out of Wigan after disappearing off to play for his national team. Decided it was a bit of a holiday, so good luck Hull in trying to keep him in line. Let's do some more papers, and Crystal Palace expect their star striker Victor Moses to choose between Barcelona, Real Madrid, Man City and Liverpool within the next day or so for around £5 million. Dream on. His Palace boss Neil Warnock doing his best to talk him up, and he's indeed a good striker, but to say he's the answer to any of those clubs' problems is just nonsense. For Moses too, I think he just needs to be careful what he wishes for. He'll sink without trace at any of those clubs, and perhaps he needs to go to a club where he'll be maybe have a chance to play regularly rather than going to a big footballing giant straight away. Another player leaving a sinking ship is Nadal Behraj. Benfica want to buy him on the cheap from Portsmouth. And just sticking with the Mirror Football website, the Aston Villa midfielder Craig Gardner about to make himself unpopular on both sides of Birmingham by moving from Aston Villa to their hated rivals. Norberto Solano should be on his way back to Newcastle, according to the Mail. He's been training with the club, and staff have been impressed, say the Times actually, with his fitness and quality. And one last story for the papers. Last week, I told you this. It tells me that Arsenal are taking a long look at the rookie Fulham defender, Chris Smalling. For those of you that don't know, Chris Smalling's been a bit of a revelation for Fulham this season. Well, confirmation of that story from our reporter Alan Nixon is in the Daily Mirror newspaper and on the Mirror Football website today. Love your messages, and a big thank you to all of you who wished me happy birthday last week. I had a great time over the weekend, but also lots of you with something to say. On our email, Liam in Belfast is an Arsenal fan, and he wants Arsene Wenger to reach for the chequebook before the end of the window. Really, Liam? Even though you could go top on Wednesday if you beat Bolton? Don't think so. Anthony Kaffas is a Spurs fan, hoping Harry Redknapp's off-the-field problems don't affect the club's bid to reach the top 4. I don't think they will. Rodney Parker's an Arsenal fan. He thinks Ryan Babel is the striker that Wenger should buy. He says here, Babel as a central striker in the Arsenal system is a perfect fit. He's a dominant athlete, quality player and flat-out dangerous. All true, but I can't see in a million years that Liverpool would sell to Arsenal and run the risk of Arsene Wenger improving the player and then making them look like mugs. Gary Spurs wants to know if the AC Milan striker Klaas-Jan Huntelaar is going to leave during the transfer window. I just can't see it, Gary. Huntelaar needs some stability, and he's also proving not to be quite the great goal scorer that everyone believed him to be. To Aussie Rick, no, Arsenal are no longer interested in the Everton striker Louis Saha. Ayo Gazy thinks Manchester United should sell the likes of Anderson and Nani rather than Rooney to raise cash. It's a good idea, but I think Rooney would raise just a little bit more than Nani and Anderson put together. Now, before Football Spy strapline competition may be over, but it's time to start up a new one this week. It's quite simple. We want your video messages. Send us your news, your views, your tips, your comments. Make us laugh, whatever. The best 2 video messages this week will get a prize, and we will give them out on Friday. So email us at spy@mirror.co.uk or upload it onto YouTube. You know how to do it by now. But send them to us, and we will give you the prize for the best ones. There's more Football Spy for you tomorrow. I'll see you then.